Alrighty then, I am here with Colin Nathan, and interesting weekend that we just had in the previous one.
Yeah, very, very.
Lots
good
of
to
different
see you.
things.
Good to see you. Nice to see you on broadcast as well. Make sure you can see the logo as well.
Yes. SA Boxing Talk, official.
Yeah, official. Done with the road.
Yes, done with the road, in with the SA Boxing Talk.
Okay, that's the way it should be, bro. Always.
Yeah, no, it's all about
good show.
marketing.
I thought Taysa and Quitman was like a poor man version of Mickey Ward and Turagari. It was just unbelievable. Like it was
all out action.
unbelievable to watch. Great for the fans. Just unbelievable. Yeah.
And obviously, let's just focus maybe on your fighter now, Terence, who blew Van Heerden out the water.
No one saw that one coming.
Not at all. Not even I thought it was 50-50 going in. I've said that on social media, and seeing that result play out, what's your initial thoughts?
Well, my initial thought is glad we got the win. I've seen all the excuses and everything. When I say excuses, I know you landed up in hospital, but I think there also needs to be some sort of accountability with the athletes. Like, I've had my issues with Colleen over the years, but she's actually a good person, and Fati's a young trainer coming up. And obviously, as a trainer, manager, and promoter, you have to look after your athlete, but there's got to be accountability. And I think he got sick because he wasn't disciplined in camp. And we've got to call it for what it is. Like, I've had a situation this year where a fighter of mine came in overweight, and I criticized him on your platform. And there's got to be certain accountability within the athlete as well. So, we can look at the excuses, but the reality is, if you weren't disciplined in camp, you got sick because you were rushing the weights. You got dehydration because you weren't disciplined with your weight cuts. And that's what happens. It was because you didn't take the fight seriously, or you were disciplined in camp. So you can't really look at the trainer or the manager. You actually got to look at the fighter. And I'm not saying that Van Heerden's he's a good guy, but you got to be honest with yourself. And I don't think he applied himself in training camp. And I think that was the result. He's come in overweight before. Then he made the weight against Promnik, no problem, looked really good. So there's really no excuse. So fantastic win for my fight. So congratulations to Stinger. And I just don't want to diminish his win, because I thought he trained hard. We also cut a tremendous amount of weight to make 160 pounds. So, that excuse for me just doesn't sit well. I just don't think the kid applied himself in training camp. So we can't really, we can't blame people. We've got to look at him and blame himself, because I think he disrespected his opponents, and I think he disrespected the sport.
I gotta say, it was probably the most hyped fight on social media of the tournament on the Golden Gloves card, and it didn't live up to expectations because of the first round knockout. A great result for Khumalo, obviously phenomenal first round knockout.
It was a great shot as well. When you're in the corner and your adrenaline's pumping, you hear the shot land and you see the reaction, and then when you go back to the dressing room and you're watching the tape, and your emotions have settled down, you actually hear it was like a very hard thudding jab to the solar plexus, and you could just you could hear it and feel it, and more so when I watched the tape of it. So the reaction, like a lot of people asking me, was it enough for him to quit? I don't know, but I know he did land up in hospital. But again, like I'm saying to you, for me, that's a result of not taking the sport seriously.
And I know that the question's going to come, but maybe you can indicate maybe what's up next for him.
Yeah, we're just enjoying this moment. I think it was nice to be on the platform at Emperor's Palace with Golden Gloves. I think we're going to enjoy our Christmas and see what the New Year brings and see what's next.
Just speaking about the platform of Golden Gloves, I believe, according to Apikililani, he said that Rodney had actually spoken to him,
Correct.
saying that he'd like him to come back again.
Yeah, that's quite right. So Rodney and I have kissed up. Kissed the mat up. You've seen that.
I was leading there. Yes.
You leading.
Yes.
So go on, ask me.
All right, so let's get to that. Let's get to that part. We saw the article. I was there at the press. You guys took a picture together. You embraced after 7 years, I believe, or more.
7.5 longer, I think. Yeah.
7.5 years. What was it like going back?
Yeah, it was cool. I didn't really, it was a little awkward on Tuesday coming in and being at the same table, and we didn't really engage. And then Rodney actually came up to me at the weigh-in and he said, "Colin, please, I want you, if you're welcome here." And it was like nothing had happened. It was really cool. It was good. We had a nice conversation, and we are going to meet at some point, and we're going to talk about the future. And it was great seeing Tess as well. Yeah, that was a little emotional. I wasn't expecting, and but it was just good. If we can make things happen and make things work, why not? I mean, things happen in life, and people fight, they have fallouts, and life's short. So I'm hoping we can do something together. I mean, we were a really good combination. I think Rodney knows my capability as a coach and as a manager, and I think I proved that. And I don't think that I'm just a good national coach. I think I'm a good international world-class level coach and manager. So I think Rodney will look at that from a business perspective, and the players in the camp will see that, and they know my values. So it's life is unpredictable. Let's see what happens.
I wanted to go to the part of the press conference where everyone, I showed you the analytics. There was a part in the press conference that everyone wanted to tune in, and that was the part when you came onto the mic. People wanted to hear exactly what you had to say at a Golden Gloves press conference. Did that surprise you?
Gosh, I don't.
Considering, I mean, obviously there was a lot on the bill. There was the Survivor Series. There was Malachika's IBO World Title shot.
I think people value my opinion. I know I shoot off the hip sometimes. I know I'm very honest with my mouth. I know sometimes, I drink coffee. Some people drink tea, and I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Gosh, I don't really know. I think people just respect what I have to say in the sport, and I think that's maybe it. And I also think that because I haven't been on the platform for so many years, people wanted to obviously get a feel of what was I going to say. But as it's business. You got to have diplomacy, and irrespective of my feelings. I mean, a lot of people thought that I wasn't actually going to pitch up. I was always going to pitch up. It's my fighter. It doesn't matter how people dislike me or not, I'm going to be there. But I must say one thing, that Golden Gloves embraced me. They were very warm to me, Brian, Jeff, and Rodney as well. And, when I go to these events, and even Boxing 5 events, I like always being at the back. I don't really like being at the front. So when Rodney asked me to come and sit, I told him, I'm very comfortable being at the back, But with regards to people tuning in just to hear what I had to, cool, thank you. I don't really know how to respond to that.
Okay, I would have just gone at the point of controversy sells, because I think...
controversy does sell, but I mean,
Yeah.
there was nothing to be controversial about. I think both athletes were selling the fight themselves, and I think that's why it was the fight turned out to be quite a damn squibs. So that was a little unfortunate, but... Yeah, I mean, I didn't have to sell the fight. The fight was sold already,
Well, that's a good thing as well. I think when I mean controversy, I mean just leading into it, there might have been an edge of it. But I think now, seeing what we're seeing, I think it's going to go on business, and it's going to be on obviously forging relationships.
Well, I think success in boxing is always based on relationships. I think that's what the key ingredient is to any business. And like I'm saying, if we can make it work, let's make it work. Push egos aside and make it work. I'm certainly not turning my back on Boxing 5. Larry's built up a great product, and I can't just. And also the other thing is, which is important, I want my autonomy. No doubt management. I started from the ground up, and it's growing. And for me to be exclusive to anyone, it's just not going to happen. I run my business. I run a good business. I'm very transparent about my business. And fighters enjoy me the way I am, so I can't be exclusive to anyone, And I think just going forward, that's the way I want to be able to navigate paths for my fighters and give them the best opportunities and give them the best possible deals in terms of finance as well. So, but that's not for me to say that I'm not going to work with anyone and everyone. There's only one person I'm not going to work with, and you know who that is. And that's pretty self-explanatory. So, but everyone else, I mean, if we can get on and make it work for South African boxing and make great fights, why not? Like, people want good fights, and people can see the bullshit, Hayden. People can see it. And I think that's actually why I've probably done so well, is because I call out the bullshit, you know? And I think going forward, I think we're just in a great position in South African boxing where we can actually make great fights. And I said that at a press conference. I'm glad we could make this fight work and happen. I didn't think it'd turn out to be 80 seconds, but, you know, like, I'm not Nostradamus. I can't predict the future. But we were all anticipating a good, great fight, and it turned out to be quite the opposite.
All right, and that's obviously talking about great fights. There's one coming up this, in the next 2 weeks, but you guys are leaving within this next couple of days.
Man down,
Landile. Obviously, he's someone that's joined you. He's looked impressive in the gym. He's someone that's going to fight for that IBF world title. How are you feeling ahead of the contest?
Very confident. Weight's on point. Conditioning's on point. Kids' heads in it. We are ready to shock the world. We're ready to announce his name to the world.
And him going to Mexico, you having that undefeated record, I mean, it's obviously
no pressure, right?
No pressure, but also pride at stake, right? I mean, it's like for him, it's an IBF world title. He wants to win it. And
I also think with all the controversy around everything, like, you know, it'd be nice for us to win. And I'm very confident. I'm not overconfident. It's a hard fight. Reyes Salas is a good kid, very, very technically gifted. But I think I've got the right man to produce an upset on the 13th.
Yeah, and of course, he's kind of been, you know, away from the drama. He's just kept his head focused in the game, and it seems to be showing like good results.
Well, that's the thing, is that I do the stressing and the arguing and the fighting, and he does the fighting in the ring. So I'm very happy the way things have turned out. We've had a great camp, great sparring, and his weight's on track. His head's in it. And I just think he's really ready to shine. I really, really do. I think he knows this is his moment. So that's kind of what we've been preparing him for.
The good news from a South African point of view, that you're very confident that he goes and grabs that IBF world title. South Africa is in need of a couple of more world champions. So can we add this one?
Please God. I mean, that's the plan. That's what we're working towards now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a really good fight, hard fight, but producing an upset.
All right, fantastic. Is there anything else before the end of the year? Is this what's
just great? It's great to see you out there all over the place. Obviously, you know, content's key, and you're doing so wonderfully for the fighters. You're really doing good things, and I think SA Boxing Talk's just growing this year. And please God, you carry on growing. And it's just great to see that we can make things work. We can push our egos aside. We can, you know, we can do business. We can make things happen, and it's great to see us. Like last weekend, did I ever see myself back at Empress Palace? Maybe. Did I think I'd be so warmly embraced? No. So that was a bit surprising, not shocking, because not much shocks me in boxing. But at the end of the day, like I said on one of the social media posts, it's boxing, and it's great. Let's just make it work for 2026.
Let's make it work. 2026 is going to be a big year. One more big one for the year. Landile. Okay. It'll be
wow.
Good, right?
Okay. Try it again.
Okay.
Okay. Bro. Is what it is.
I'm getting there.
Viva.